Welcome back everybody to another video today. My name is Tammo from Find a Job in Germany, and with me today my colleague Raul. Hey Raul, how are you?
Hallo, guten Tag. Hi.
Wie geht's dir?
Gut, und dir?
Mir geht's auch gut, danke. Raul and I myself wanted to do a short video today about LinkedIn. Why did we think this is a good idea, Raul?
There are many reasons for it, Tammo. One, of course, is that LinkedIn is one of the crucial platforms to use when it comes to networking, to apply for jobs. And at the same time, we see that there are too many very talented people out there who are not using LinkedIn in the right way. And it's actually quite easy to update your LinkedIn profile and really benefit then also from it in the long run. Exactly.
I mean, I don't know how many profiles we have screened in our life and we've seen, and it is always a pity if you see someone applying to a job and then the LinkedIn profile is really not good, and in the end, I mean, there are thousands of guides out there how to get this perfect LinkedIn profile and so on, and to be honest, your profile doesn't need to be perfect. You need to stick to maybe 3, 4, 5 things which are really crucial. And if you get that right, you will get calls, and at least you will not be rejected to interviews because of your LinkedIn profile. So let's talk about this today.
Okay, Tammo. So what are the crucial aspects to consider for LinkedIn profiles? What would you say?
Right. First of all, of course, it is the photo, right? So have a half-decent LinkedIn photo. So what does that mean? Do not have, especially from candidates from India, what we see a lot is those passport photos with a blue or yellow background. Don't use a passport photo for LinkedIn. And secondly, don't use a selfie, right? Don't do a selfie, whatever. Have a professional photo, a nice one where you're smiling, where people say, okay, this is a nice person we want to talk to.
And don't wear sunglasses. That happens often as well.
Exactly. So that's the first thing, good photo. Second thing is have a good headline. What is the headline, Raul?
It's actually what you really are. What is the focus of your profile, of your roles, of your expertise, and that is something that you should point out. So if you are C++ developer, that needs to be mentioned there. If you are Java developer, it needs to be mentioned there. Yeah? It is because the recruiter will also look out for Java developers, full stack JavaScript engineers and so on. So you need to work with the right keywords already in that section.
Exactly. So the headline is basically what you see first. If you get contacted, it's below your name. So I would say a good headline, for example, if you're a Java developer, a senior Java developer, let's say you write senior Java developer with a focus on Spring Boot and AWS, if you're good in that. Or if you're a good JavaScript full stack developer, you write JavaScript full stack developer, Node, React, right? So everybody knows exactly what you're good at in 1 second. That's key. The next thing, what needs to be decent, is the About section. What is the About section, Raul?
The About section is actually a summary of your experience, your passion, your motivation, your personality to some extent as well, but very in a few paragraphs, in a few sentences. We have received or also checked often profiles where the About section is not existing, or it's like a novel, and this is also what you don't want to do. So again, in the About section, you use the keywords which emphasize or point out your skill set, your experience. At the same time, also you can bring in what motivates you. Yeah, what kind of mindset do you have? You worked in maybe different employees with an international environment. You can drop that here as well. The keywords are crucial as well. And here, please, 3 paragraphs max, short paragraphs. And for of course, not only the about section, but especially if you are a developer and or a tester, you should really pay attention on spelling. Avoid any mistake. It's really, really important, because if a recruiter looks at your profile and finds many mistakes, are you actually able to have a clean code? I doubt it.
Exactly. So maybe a good way to start the About section would be say, hi, I'm a senior Java developer with 10 years of experience. I love working. You list down the tech skills you're working with. Then you start the next paragraph. Maybe you describe what kind of projects or companies you've been working for. And then you simply end up maybe with your hobbies. If you have a nice hobby like stargazing or something, which shows something about your personality, tell them that, right? You write, hey, and in my free time I love doing stargazing and learning about new tech. I'm currently enrolled in this and this program. Yeah, that's all what you need to do in the About section. Yeah, and again, as Rose said, no spelling mistakes. Also watch the spaces, right, for commas. Yeah, do that correctly. Next thing is your experience section. What is important for the experience section?
Experience section is, let's start with the most crucial one, is that the information you share is coherent with the information you share also in your CV. There should be no disagreement. The dates, the role, and the employer needs to be linked. That is the must-have. And that should be in coherence with what you say also in your CV.
Exactly. So your experience section on your LinkedIn needs to match your CV. If you say in your CV something else as in your LinkedIn, what the recruiter will do, they will compare it. They will have a look at your CV, and if they see, okay, your LinkedIn tells something, a totally different story, they already mistrust you. They will not invite you for an interview. And one important thing is also the designation there. If you write in your CV, you are a senior software engineer at this position, also write that in your LinkedIn. Don't write, I'm a vice president of this and this. You write, it needs to match, otherwise recruiters will get confused and will reject you. Last thing, so that's the most important thing so far. The last thing which we usually recommend you to do is to have a good skills section. Right? In the end of your LinkedIn profile, you can choose your skills, the most important skills you have. A good idea is to get them endorsed, right?
Completely. So ask your colleagues, do that also for your colleagues that you worked with. Also, maybe if you're not that experienced yet, on some student project you worked with, it can also be something. And everyone is happy about some comment also about to read on their profile. So do it for them, and they do it for you as well. Yes. And that is very nice to have as well.
And there, of course, don't add all the skills in the world, right? Have a look. What profile are you good at? Yeah, what is the core things you're good at? And then you add those skills. So for Java, you add Spring Boot, you add Docker, Kubernetes, AWS, you add the databases you're working with. Get them endorsed. Show the recruiter that you have a sharp profile in the end.
And that should also, of course, then also match the About section again. So it's all coherent what you actually share. Relevant information, we always say.
Exactly. So, quick summarize. Good photo, clear headline, a good About section without spelling mistakes. The experience section needs to match your CV and end up with a good skill section, right? This all comes down and you have a coherent profile. And believe me, you will get more interview calls, you will get less rejections, more recruiters will approach you on LinkedIn, that's also important. And in the end, it's not that difficult to do that. Yeah? Perfect.
Right. Good.
If you want to learn more about how you position yourself right to land a job in Germany or in Europe, get in touch with us, watch our 20 minutes video training, which you find below this video. We will assess your skills. We will see if you have the right skill set to land a job in Germany. If that is the case, we're going to invite you to a strategy call. We're going to come up with a plan together, and then we're going to work together. It takes 2 to 3 months, usually in our program, to land a job here. And yeah, then you come to Germany and you start working here. See you soon. Bye-bye. Best regards from Berlin.
Take care.